everybody, Michael Smith here, the Beach Banger. I'm in my backyard. Today we're going to talk about Roman candles, and we're going to talk about Roman candle racks, like one I built right here. Roman candles. When it comes to Roman candles, most people just kind of stick on the ground and light them. Also, a lot of people use these Roman candles, but they'll hold them out like this, you know, and they'll shoot them. Which, you know, I guess that's cool and all, but it can be dangerous because they are fireworks. One candle alone by itself is really not all that impressive, but when you combine a bunch of Roman candles with different effects, you can have a really nice show for a low cost. The best way to utilize Roman candles is with some sort of rack. You want to design or purchase some sort of rack that you can put multiple candles in and ignite them all at the same time, or you can just fuse them all together. Now, there's all kinds of Roman candle racks, and there's no really wrong way to make one. So the choice is yours on how to make one. Build it how you want to. You can use different materials. They can be complex and complicated, you know. They can be very simple racks. They can be, you know, 2 or 3 shot racks. They can be, you freaking 100 shot racks. But today, I'm going to show you the racks that I made using resources that I had on hand. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The rack that I made is this baby right here. There's the front side, there's the top side. And I'm going to go in more detail a little bit later about this particular rack that I designed. So stick around. We've got a lot more. There's 2 racks I want to show you. 6 of one kind and then 1 of another. So at this time I'm going to go ahead and show you the one of a kind rack. Alright, here goes the first Roman candle rack, and this actually was my original rack, and this is what I call a Roman candle fan rack. As you can see, there's sticks on the front that are angled. Now this wasn't the original design. The original design was without the angled sticks. I got the wood from trash piles and dumpsters, and I come home and just cut and screw together the woods like I thought it should go. And this candle rack's not standing straight up because it's too long for this particular stool. But as you can see, there's screws in there right here. How this works is the Roman candles originally, the design was the Roman candles to stick in between each one of these screws, like so. That's not how it's going to work. Now, as you see, I attached these angled sticks, and so we're going to go something like this now. I'll show you more of that in just a second. Originally, this candle rack holder was designed to hold about 15, 16 so candles, but I'm not going to use it the way it was originally designed, even though the screws are still there. That way I can always use the way it was designed if I want to. But we're going to use the fan rack effect instead, and I'll show you how that works. Now, if you've seen one of my previous videos, the one where I went to Phantom and bought some fireworks from there, I did a haul from that store, and if you remember, I picked up some of these red, white, and blue Phantom brand Roman candles. And these are red, white, blue. They're bigger than normal candles. We're going to use these candles on the Roman candle fan rack, and so I'm going to show you how that's done. All right, so the Roman candles are going to go in like this. We're going to attach these candles using these multicolored ties, cable ties, which are very useful. I'm not going to bore you to death with the timely process of showing you how to attach these Roman candles. So I'm going to speed up the process with a time lapse effect. Alright, so you just watch me put the first 3 on, and I still got about, I don't know, 6 more to go. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that off camera, but you can see how tedious the process can be. It's important to make sure that whenever you're putting these Roman candles on, that they're tight. You may have to adjust the cable ties up and down to make it more stable. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these off camera and get back with you. Okay, so I just got finished attaching all the phantom red, white, and blue candles to the fan rack, and so we'll get a closer look here. Alright, so as you can see here, all the Roman candles are attached to the fan rack by way of zip ties. Now there's only 9 candles here. I bought 10. I kept one out for my collection. The other 9 are going to be on display. This will be the centerpiece for my Roman candle racks. Basically, when these go off, obviously there'll be a fan effect, red, white, and blue. It'll be really cool. They'll be fused as on each side of the last candle, which will head over to the candles to its left and right, and it'll be a nice chain reaction. But as you see, the candles are nice and secure here. Get a side view. I don't know if you can see that real good or not, but that's how they're secured. The back side, nice and tight. It's important to have a nice tight backside. They're not going nowhere. Alright, so what I just did is that I just kind of fanned them out a little bit more. The fan was kind of up a little bit more, it's more vertical. So I just kind of fanned them out a little bit more, adjusted them. As you can see, it makes a better fan effect. I think it's going to be great. Let's move on to the other Roman candle racks, which there are 6 of them. Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned it or not. My racks were all created by resources I had on hand. And what I did was, as I went around town, there was a lot of construction going on. I just went in and grabbed wood that I could find to use. And so all these racks that I made were made for free, minus the gas it took to drive around. I'm going to show you the racks that I made by hand and by the resources I had. Okay, so here's the Roman rack. This is the protocol. I guess that's how you would refer to it, as not the protocol, but the whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, here's the front side of the Roman candle rack, and like I said before, there's screws in there. The rack itself is actually made from mainly fence panels and 2x4s. 2x4 fence panel and wood screws. Actually, these are drywall screws. Guess what I had? Originally, it was just this part right here, where the Roman candles would stick in there. But then I came back and said, you know what? Let me make a backside to it, so I can, have more candles, which they fit in these little tubes right here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and show you how this thing works with Roman candles. We'll start over here, put them in like this. We'll skip a few screws. This. And not each one of these has a different effect. You can tell by where they look, you know, by the way they're kind of falling around here in this particular rack. But when they're on the beach, they're going to be their butt ends are going to be sticking in the sand, so they won't be wobbling around as much. But you kind of get the idea of how it works. Just throw them in like this. Put one more right here. I'll put one more right here. Alright, and then we'll put some on the back side. See, I use 3/4 inch bit on the back side here, these holes. But oops, I'm knocking stuff over. I'm clumsy. Yeah, you just slide them in, and this is actually the easy part. We're not even finished here. You know, okay, so there you can see it, side view. Now this candle holder isn't maxed out, as you can see. In fact, before we maxed out, it had to be about 36 candles. This rack holds about 36 candles, and on the 4th of July show, we'll have probably about, I don't know, 20 candles. There'll probably be 20 candles per rack, and this will be 6 racks, so it'll be 120 candles altogether. And then add the 9 to the fan rack, which make roughly 130 candles. And there's my Roman candle rack. You can see how 6 of these Roman candle racks is going to look when they're all filled and fused together. Okay, here's the other 3 down here. There's 3 of them down here. There's the 2 up there, and there's one right there. Total of 6. And then I got the fan rack over yonder. But it's going to be amazing when all these different candles with different effects shoot off in sequence. Let me show you the back side of this Roman candle rack real quick, like, so you can get a good look at it. In case you want to, these aren't, you know, patented or anything like that, so you feel free to use the same design. Speaking of designs, I realized that this rack, it's kind of bulky, it's kind of heavy, there's a lot of wood involved. You can make candle racks a lot easier than these, and you can make them a lot thinner and a lot lighter than these using wire and things like that. But I decided to do what I did because it was free. Like I said, I got all this stuff for free, and so I used what I had for free without having to use any more expense. Because not only am I a pyro, but I'm a cheapo pyro. I'm a budget banger. That's what my channel should be called, budget banger. Hey everybody, I'm the budget banger. Anyways, that's the back side of the Roman candle rack. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked my Roman candle racks. But that's it for today. Until next time, keep banging.